Yeah, I'm Robert. I'm the drummer of Escape to Fate. It's very nice to meet you.
Likewise. Okay. Recently in the Ernie Balls, The Sound of Warped, Thrasher, he said that he found his niche in the music world when he saw a video of Jimi Hendrix. Do you have a precise moment that maybe you could pinpoint and say, that's the moment that I decided I wanted to be a musician?
Yes, I definitely have that moment. It was actually, I had already been into rock music and liking, a lot of hair metal bands because of my parents. But when my dad's friend showed up one day because he had a death metal band and they didn't have a place to practice, and my dad offered up his garage. And when I saw his friend, his name's Robert also, I saw him playing and I said, dude, this is fucking amazing. He was playing so fast and just sweating and it was just ridiculous. And I said, I gotta do this. I gotta fucking do this. And I kept begging my dad to get me some drums. And one day he went to Vegas, came home with some drumsticks from the Hard Rock Casino, and I would just hit my bed every day, pretend they were drums, and he decided to give me a drum set for Christmas, and that's what I've been doing for the rest of my life.
It's pretty dope. All right, so you're going to be releasing your fifth album sometime in the near future. What snippets of information can you give us on it? Is there anything particular that you think will distinguish this album from the rest?
Well, I mean, for us at this point of our career, there's a lot of ups and downs and stuff like that. So when going into making an album, we always kind of just, in essence, did our jobs, and we just sort of, this guy writes this guy writes that, this guy plays this guy does that, and it was very just, I don't know, it was boring and just wasn't good. We never expanded. We stopped being a group years ago, being a real fucking band, and this time around you're gonna hear everyone's voice on the record. And not only that, but when you hear, and I don't mean everyone's physical voice, well actually you will, because even I'm singing in there. I can't sing for shit, but there's some gang vocal stuff that I do. But you're gonna hear everyone's ideas and everyone's vision. When we'd start writing songs, you'd have maybe Thrasher would write some guitar parts and write some various drum things and whatever. We would just take that to each other and we would lift those songs and take them to a higher place. Whereas before it was just here's what you got, go do it. And now it's just all about making songs better, and we focused so much more on the lyrics and on the melody, and just making sure, because at the end of the day it's rock, but it's pop music really is what it is, because the vocals are the forefront. We have guitar solos and riffs and double bass drums that are very, very much an important part, but at the end of the day people listen to the vocals first, and so we wanted to make sure those were the best, and we wrote our music around that, and it just made for, I don't know, just something really special. It was a lot of fun, and I can't wait. I mean, just the songs are just better, dude. I don't even know how else to explain it. We didn't take too far off from our last records as far as, the eclectic mix of different sounds and everything. We still have a lot of different genres that we cover, but we just kind of took them all to 11, next level.
All right. So what's your favorite part of being on the Warped Tour?
I don't know. Well, it's stupid, but for me, my favorite part is that because it's a daytime festival, it means fucking early bus calls, which means I get to fucking sleep at a decent hour, and there's free food, and there's just all these little things that can drive a man who's away from his home and from his family for months and months on end. Those types of things can become a big deal. Even though they're not at first, they become big, and you drive you insane. So now it's been smooth sailing, so it's cool. But above everything else, of course, it's fucking Warped Tour. It's the vibe, it's the new bands, it's everyone trying to be fucking noticed, including ourselves. We've been doing it for 10 years, but we're still trying to be noticed. We're still trying to be discovered by new fans who maybe have heard the name and are going to give us a chance. They know that we maybe kind of come from this type of band, and they want to see what we're about. And I love it. I love that there's I was just walking to go to get food, and I'm hearing this awesome sound. I'm like, well, who the fuck is this? I'm like, well, I'll check them out later. And I'm walking by, I'm like, nah, who the fuck is this? And I stop and I listen to their whole set, and I'm just like, damn, this fucking band is great, and what they're doing is fucking cool, and I've never ever heard of them. So that is by far the best thing, is that at the end of the day, Warped Tour is about discovering something new.
Do you have a favorite song to perform live?
No. For years it's been This War Is Ours, but because that was an anthem. That's the first song we really wrote that we were super proud of and everything. And I don't know, man. It varies for different reasons. So on Warped Tour, it's fucking hot. Sometimes I feel like I'm gonna die. Like literally, like I'm gonna pass out. I need to stop. Don't stop, because it's gonna be embarrassing. Fuck it. And then we'll play Gorgeous Nightmare. Very simple, chill song. Like, okay, I'm still alive. We're good. But then sometimes playing the new songs are like, it's exciting. It's a challenge. You're nervous. You're scared. You don't want to fuck it up. You don't really know the song that well. I don't know. So it just varies. I don't have a necessarily favorite. They're all my babies,
So speaking of dying on the Warped Tour, is there anyone alive or dead that you would like to, if you had the chance, tour with?
Well, fuck, dude. There's so many. Would have loved to have toured with like fucking Led Zeppelin or the Beatles. That would have been fucking amazing. Or Motley Crue, just to see if all that shit was true. But then I'd probably get scared and want to leave. I don't know. I would love to tour with Metallica. That's been my favorite band. Like literally every interview, somehow their name gets in there. But yeah, that's my favorite band, and I've always wanted to say no to that, because first of all, it's probably a terrible business move, because we're going to be playing in an empty arena. No one's really going to notice us. And secondly, they're on such a big pedestal for me that I don't want to be sharing a stage with them. I don't want to be almost on the same level, right? Even though it wouldn't be. But I just don't want to look at them as peers, because they're such big idols and influences for me. But now I'm just thinking, fuck it, dude. Like, I get to say I toured with Metallica. Fuck that. I want to do it, That would be my dream tour. And they're getting old now. They're running out of chances. But you said living or dead. So I would have loved to tour with Metallica in 1993. Good?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good. All right. What is the most memorable, whether in a good way or in a bad way, interaction you've had with a fan this summer?
This summer? I don't know.
Or ever.
Well, actually, it was in where was it? It was in Nashville. It was a very rainy day, and I had flown home for the day before. I was dealing with some personal issues, and so my mind was kind of just all over the place. It still is a little bit right now, to be honest. But I was dealing with that, and I met this fan at our signing, and she didn't quite get what I was referring to at first, but she had like a bunch of just scars on her arm from she like cuts herself and stuff, and I've dealt with severe mental anxiety and like depression and stuff like that. I've had that kind of stuff, so I know what it's like. It probably wasn't as bad as some people have suffered with it, but I definitely know what it's like to not know what the fuck to do with your own head. And I looked at her and I said, hey, you're fucking an amazing person, and you're going to be capable of doing anything great in this world, and something along those lines, right? Tried to inspire her, and she wasn't like quite sure why I would just randomly say that. She was happy, because and I was the favorite member of the band for her, so she was like stoked and giddy. And then her friend grabs her and goes, dude, he's like talking about he sees it. I'm like, yeah, I do. I've been there. You're gonna be fucking good, I promise. And she just like started crying, and she like hugged me and stuff. And I don't know, it was just like, there's this moment, where I'm her fucking one of her favorite musicians and shit, and she listens to me, and I'm in her life day in, day out, and I got to just kind of have a moment with her, and that was fucking cool.
All right, that's wonderful. If you could do a whole album of just cover songs, what would you want to do?
Well, my instinct says fucking Michael Jackson, but then I realized Michael Jackson already sang Michael Jackson songs. It can't make it any better. So then maybe it would be, I don't fucking know. Just like a bunch of weird stuff, like a bunch of weird bands that I like that maybe aren't that popular. So I could include some old bands that I used to listen to when I was a kid. I don't know. You have to cover Misfits. That's just like, I think that's a rule. And then I don't know. Probably throw some Thrice in there. I don't fucking know. This put me on the spot.
Sorry about that.
I'd have to throw some fucking Beatles on there. Why not? I don't know. Oh, I'd cover some fucking Selena songs. For those of you that don't know, go find out. Selena. Fuck it. Let's just do a whole fucking Mexican covers album.
No, it'd be great. All right. What advice would you give to beginner musicians that are nervous about breaking into the music industry?
Well, fuck, why are you nervous, dude? Just say fuck it. Just go do it. That's one thing that my band had very early on, was just extreme confidence. And it wasn't, well, it was arrogance, I'm not gonna lie. But we had this just overwhelming confidence that we're like, dude, we're good. We need fucking to get people to hear it and notice it in any way possible. So there was no hesitation. There was no, well, I don't know, it's not ready. It's never fucking ready. You just kind of gotta put yourself out there, and your fans will grow with you. They'll watch you grow. They're gonna criticize you no matter what. If you spend 50 years working on the perfect album, they're still gonna criticize you, and you're never gonna fucking get fans. So you have to get your foot in the door before you can walk through it. And if you never put your foot down, you're never gonna get the chance. So fucking just gotta go out and just do it,
So we're gonna play a little game now. It's called This or That, and I'm going to tell you two different things, and you're gonna choose which of the two you prefer. Okay.
All right, let's do it.
So first one, live or acoustic?
Live.
Okay. Breakdown or solo?
Solo.
Digital or physical?
Physical.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Never seen either.
Really?
I watched. No, okay. Here's the thing. I have this complicated relationship with Star Wars. I've never seen it, apparently, but they were all telling me, well, you got to see it, Star Wars. Yeah, I got to see it, Star Wars. You got to, right? And I went and I watched it, but it was a cartoon, and it wasn't even a movie. It was like a bunch of like shows, and I was like bummed out. I didn't really like it very much. And then they told me, no, that's not the movie. You got to go watch the real movie. And I said, well, I just fucking spent 4 days watching this shit. I'm not gonna watch the damn movie. Like, it's stupid. So I don't know. I guess I haven't seen Star Wars. I don't know what I watched, but it said fucking Star Wars, Clone Wars on it, and I didn't like it very much. So maybe Star Trek, just because it doesn't suck because I haven't seen it. I don't know.
Well, sure. Okay, I'll take that. Lover or fighter?
Well, fuck. See, this is interesting. I'm definitely a lover, but I love to fight. Not in the confrontation sense of being angry at someone. I would rather settle a dispute in a loving way and make us be okay, rather than just fucking fight to the death and never see each other again. But I love to fight because I'm a boxing fan, and I love to fucking hit people. And I don't mind them trying to hit me, because if they hit me, then it's like, well, you did good. I'm going to hit you back harder. So both, but lover, I guess.
Reading or writing?
Oh, writing for sure. Yeah.
Okay, Avengers or X-Men?
They're both cute movies. I don't know. The first Avengers, and that's it. Yeah.
Oreos or Chips Ahoy?
Oreos, I guess. I prefer chocolate chip cookies, but Oreos, they're more like they got to be soft, you know. Like so, fucking Oreos, Chips Ahoy's are never the right texture.
Okay, Frozen or Tangled?
Frozen or Tangled?
The movies? No? Princess?
Oh,
Rapunzel?
Frozen the movie? Never seen it. And what was the other one? Django? I love Django.
No, Tangled.
Tangled? Never heard of it. Straight up never heard of it.
You should check it out. It's a great movie.
Okay, I've definitely heard of Frozen. It's the song, they got that song about the snowman. Yeah, never seen it.
Okay, McDonald's or BK?
Neither.
Piercings or tattoos?
Piercings. Small piercings, though. I can't do gauges.
Well. And then the final one, tall or short?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, medium, I guess. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter just as long as it's not a midget. Well, I mean, even if it's a midget, why not? Wait, what's tall and what's short here? I'm tall, so I'm gonna go with tall. But if you're talking about another person, it don't matter to me. You be a fucking a dwarf, a midget, a fucking. I don't think midget's right. I don't think you're supposed to say that. Short, big, little, as long as you're cool. Yeah.
Sounds just about right.
But I'm tall, so tall. Fuck it.
Tall. Okay, tall. That's the final answer.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure just talking with you and deciding on whether you like tall or short or better.
Well, you're gonna make me watch a bunch of movies now.
Well, you know, you don't have to. It's just some advice.
I'm just listen, dude. Star Wars. I just don't know if I want to invest another fucking 8 hours into it.
Yes, you do.
And then find out, well, that was the wrong movie, you know. So it's just like I don't know. I can't do it. I watched 8 hours worth of Star Wars only to be told that's the wrong Star Wars.
Star Wars has real people. It's not cartoons. But it's all right.
It was definitely a cartoon though. It's called Clone Wars. It's like Star Wars, and then it's like a franchise of Star Wars, and it's called Clone Wars, and it was terrible, like bad.
Better luck next time then. So
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying. I don't know if there's a next time. That's the thing.
maybe not. We'll see.
I doubt it. All right. Peace. Later.